What's up, everybody? This is Cory Sanning here, coming at you with a video. It's a little bit different, a departure from the Cory Sanning show. Those of you who've seen my podcast channel, bit of a different vibe over here. Over here, we're focusing mostly on fitness, self-improvement, obviously lifestyle improvement, and all in all, I guess you could say looks maxing, but we're not going to go too far into that. But this channel is going to be for those of you who are interested in my coaching. I do have certifications in both strength and conditioning training as well as nutrition. So we do have workout plans that are currently in development that will be released on the website sooner than later. I don't really have a timetable on that right now, but it's definitely going to be in the near future. But overall, this is what outside of sports, this is what my true passion is. This is where my true passion lies, is in helping people helping people achieve their fitness goals, much like I needed someone to help me achieve mine, which I still haven't fully done yet, which is part of the journey that this channel is going to be centered around on, is just my journey and the mistakes that I've made and the lessons I've learned, and hopefully you will not be there to repeat those. This is a bit of an intro, so overall, a bit about me. Those of you that don't know who I am, I'm based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. The East Tennessee region is home for me. I'm originally from Ohio, but we moved down here in 2010, and it's been home ever since. Went to journalism school at the University of Tennessee. I'm a huge sports fan, and when I realized at an early age that I wasn't good enough, big enough, or good enough, I should say, to play at the next level, I figured it'd be nice to get paid to talk about them. Little did I know that journalism was on its way out, and while it's still an admirable industry that's necessary, it's just not profitable anymore unless you're the top 1%, the cream de la crop, and it's hard to get to places like ESPN nowadays, working your way up the linear ladder of legacy media stations. So what did I do? I said peace out, and maybe I was shown the door a few times too, but ultimately it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because I've been able to really find myself in the past 2 to 3 years, recovering from mistakes that I made, big mistakes in my mid to early 20s that we were actually going to dive into on this channel. That will be a part of the reason why I'm on this journey that I am on right now. That way, those of you who are watching that are intrigued by the thought of quick muscle gains and the easy way out and finding the magic pill, maybe you'll stop and hesitate and think twice before going for the quick fix like I did. If there's one thing I can accomplish from this channel, if it's that, then so be it. I will live with that. And so that gets us into topic number one. What is this journey that I'm on all about? And I put quotes, parentheses on journey, because it's been an up and down journey. I turned 30 in December. Don't remind me. I'll be 29 forever. And in the last 3 to 4 years, ever since I was in my mid-20s, probably at my physical peak in terms of being in shape and in peak condition, I haven't been able to find that energy level. I haven't been able to find that willpower. I haven't been able to find that desire. I haven't been able to find that discipline and consistency that ultimately helped me get to where I was earlier on in my fitness journey. Even when I was making mistakes, at least it was from a place of ignorance, not from a place of willful ignorance. I guess I should say youthful ignorance. And that's what this is. That's what we're here to do, is to mitigate that and to hopefully make it to where you don't have to go through the same things I'm going through when you're almost 30 years old, when you're still relatively a young guy and in your physical prime. So where does that start? My journey started, obviously, March 1st, 2019. I had that tattooed on me right here. It was when I really looked myself in the mirror. In fact, it's actually from a picture that I had taken of myself when we were actually going to cover the Tennessee-Kentucky basketball game in March 2019. I actually put that picture on the screen for you right here. That's what I looked like on March 1st, 2019. And I had this delusion about myself for the longest time that I firmly believed that I was still the 150-pound skinny kid that I was in high school. I remember this story to this day like it was yesterday, because I had never, I don't think, felt as bad about myself physically as I did that day. I remember after that picture was taken, getting home. Obviously, I was in school, and we were coming back from Lexington down to Knoxville. Those of you that know, it's about roughly a 3-hour drive, give or take, maybe a little longer, depending on traffic. And was sitting on a bar stool in my kitchen, near the kitchen island breakfast bar, with my shirt off. And my dad, of all people, that's one thing I can thank him for, is takes a picture of me And said picture, he says, but I forget, we were talking about that at the time. It was my weight, my brother's weight, all in all, our overall state of health at the time. And he said, but I don't mean to offend you, but, and then he holds his phone up to me, and obviously it's on the other side, shows me said picture. I can only remember the first thing that went through my head, and that was, wow. And I stepped on the scale. Wasn't 150, wasn't 160, wasn't 170, wasn't 180 even. I was 185 pounds. At 5'9", 5'10", I was in a size 34 waist. I was wearing a large to extra large shirt, usually extra large to make it to where none of my love handles and my pudge didn't show. Very self-conscious about that then, and still to a certain degree am today. And it's what I really do still struggle with, is my body dysmorphia. But that was the day that everything changed. And while I didn't do it right to start, and what do I mean by that? I listened to V-Shred. I'm just kidding. I did listen to V-Shred a bit at the time, but I definitely quickly came to discover that everything they preached in those videos wasn't the whole truth, and it wasn't exactly what you needed to do if you wanted to lose weight and keep it off. Obviously did a ton of cardio. Usually would do an hour of cardio before we would go and lift, my brother and I, and then we would do more cardio after, and we were eating maybe if we were lucky in a day, 1,000 to 1,500, maybe it tops 2,000 calories after burning everything we were burning throughout the day. You got to think, at the time, we were doing a 5:15 boxing class for a bunch of HIIT cardio. He would go to work. He landscaped at the time. Then obviously I would be walking across campus all day. And then after he would get off and after I'd be done the classes, we would link up and go lift, and then obviously do our additional cardio on top of that. Needless to say, I went from 185 to 138 pounds. 138 pounds. In fact, I looked like I did right on the screen right here while I was getting fitted for my class ring. I may have liked that tan at the time, but heaven help me, I was skinny. Jesus. And that was when I decided to make another change. I realized that I had done it wrong once again, and it was time to now start prioritizing doing a little less cardio, doing more weight training, more strength training, and then obviously eating more and actually tracking what I eat I use Macro Factor now. At the time, MyFitnessPal was the calorie tracking app, and it still somewhat is, but I enjoy the features more so on Macro Factor more than I do on MyFitnessPal. But overall, it was a very long process, and that long process was a struggle, and I can't tell you to this day how frustrated I was during, because it was so hard to put on any weight, especially the good kind. And it's really hard to bulk, and that's why I don't really believe in cutting and bulking anymore. It's really hard to bulk and put on all good weight. It's impossible. It doesn't matter what you take. And in my youthful ignorance at the time, when you get a message that says, hey, young buck, you want to put on 10 to 15 pounds of muscle in 4 to 6 weeks? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What do I got to do? And for full transparency purposes, I'm going to let you know, I hopped on a couple of oral-only cycles of D-ball, Dianabol for short. D-ball is short for Dianabol. It's a bulking steroid / PED, performance-enhancing drug, and it ballooned me up pretty quick. Just taking it for 6 weeks, I believe I put on 15 pounds, kept roughly 7 or 8 of them. Obviously had the moon face. That wasn't really fun. And most people noticed pretty quickly. And not that I got super big, not that I ever looked like a bodybuilder, but I mean, when your arms balloon up from being a skinny little twig, I mean, it's pretty easy to notice when you're starting to fill out shirts more, even though I still struggle, as you can see, with that to this day. And the next thing you know, here I am, I'm asking for tests, I'm asking for dry gain orals. And the next thing I know, I lead myself down a dangerous rabbit hole trying to be Mr. Fitness Model, fitness influencer, which I was never even that impressive, honestly, to doing testosterone, to doing Winstrol, obviously, oral, all the way up to, and I hate to admit it, and it's something that I'm not proud of, but I believe in transparency, and I'm not ashamed to admit it now because I'm proud of where I've come since then, and ended up even hopping on Tren. Of all compounds. Tren Ace was the first one I tried, which is the more strong and potent of the two. Then obviously you switch to Enanthate because you're sort of a you don't want to pin that much. Yeah, I handled it well at first, or so I thought. Obviously, you'd have a little bit of sweats down there, here or there. But it got to the point where I eventually got to my third or fourth cycle of it, which I was just blasting, cruising, would do a PCT here and there. It was a guy like Coach Greg would take this video and eviscerate it, and rightfully so. In fact, almost every fitness influencer with a brain would, and honestly, I don't blame them if they ever do, if I ever get enough viewers to do so. But it taught me a lot, because it even got to the point on tren, which is the mother of all steroids, because it's the strongest in terms of muscle building. It works wonders, but it does wonders on the mind and on the body in bad ways as well. What do I mean by that? The anxiety. Got to the point by the third or fourth cycle, it was right side of your brain was telling you something so outlandish and so stupid. Left side of your brain still had some common sense, but this side was overpowering this side. And those of you that have taken tren probably know what I mean. You think these asinine, crazy, outlandish thoughts. Oh, your girl's going to the grocery store, so she must be meeting up with somebody cheating on you. Really? Then it gets to the point where you're irritable all the time. That translates to irritability. And I'm a firm believer in that steroids don't inherently cause you to have roid rage. I don't believe in that whatsoever. They increase what you already are. So if you're already an angry person who gets into fights all the time, or is just brooding and pouting all the time, it's going to make it that much worse. And tren is going to make it that much worse. Hands probably just went off the screen. It was an experience. And through that experience, I ruined 2 relationships. I destroyed, sullied what reputation I had at the time. And it was a shameful part of my life that I'm not proud of. But I am very proud of the journey that I've made since then to be someone that's an advocate for not using performance-enhancing drugs, somebody that's not an advocate for training for your health and longevity more so than aesthetics. You can obviously do both. But I'm not part of the looks maxing clan now that's come into this new wave, this new day and age that believes in going to any and all lengths to be the most attractive person possible. I believe you should do everything to be as attractive as possible, but you shouldn't put your health at risk to do so. And I was never going to be a bodybuilder. I was never stepping on stage. I don't have the muscle building genetics to do so. I'm built more so like a football player and a basketball player. I'm not built like a middle linebacker, if you're wondering. Now, what comes with that? For the last 3 years, dating back to really 2020, not even 2023 even, it's 2026 now, never could I ever refine that oomph, that gumption, that energy that I had back then. Now, granted, I get that's part of getting older, but messing with my hormones the way I did, messing with my health the way I did, in ways that people didn't see it because they thought I was in shape. And like I told you, I wasn't even that impressive for a guy that was taking PEDs. I mean, look at me right here. It's all right, but it ain't that good. I didn't even get as lean as I possibly could, which is what I'm actually working on now. But I struggled for years to find anything. And what I finally found, I found peptide therapy. As crazy it may sound, I found peptide therapy. More so, it came around in recent years. Peptides, what are peptides? They are amino acids that are already occurring within the body. You're just helping them occur at an enhanced accelerated rate. So peptides, unlike exogenous hormones, while they are hormones that can go in the body, peptides are naturally occurring amino acids that are already in the body that can help you get back to your baseline and help you feel better. I mean, they've got peptides for tanning. You see people on melanotan. They can help reduce risks of skin cancer. You have muscle building peptides, fat loss peptides, GLP-1s. We have Ozempic, tirzepatide, and then the newest, it's actually a GLP-3, retatrutide, or Reta, as most call it, is part of the journey that I've started. And actually, this journey has gotten me to a place mentally where I haven't been as happy or as sane in years. Thank you all for tuning in to today's video. That brings me to today's sponsor for this video, and that's sponsoring most of this new series, and that is BioWorks Knoxville, Knoxville's premier recovery and wellness headquarters. You can get anything from peptide therapy. You can get injectable vitamins, Obviously, IV therapy is a big thing nowadays. You can get cryotherapy, infrared sauna, you can get red light therapy. They've even got ozone IVs that can help you oxygenate your blood so richly that it helps cure brain fog. It can help reduce inflammation. And then obviously peptide therapy, retatrutide, ran it for about 3 weeks running now, and I feel amazing, and the pounds are ticking off, and my metabolism is better than it has been since I was in my early 20s. So those of you that have not had a chance to try BioWorks Knoxville yet, please stop by their location on Osprey Point Lane. Again, tell them Cory sent you, and they might like me just a little bit more. But what I was saying is that and since I've been prioritizing my health, like I said, I prioritize vitamins, I prioritize drinking water, taking the right supplements, daily multivitamins, but IV infusions, getting this stuff directly into your body when you've been deprived of proper nutrition for so long, self-deprived. Don't make no mistake, I'm no victim. It really, really, really changes the way you think and the way you wake up in the morning and attack the day. Because those of you that have been there, that have just feel like you're going through the motions, that's been me for the past 3 years, and I'm finally getting to the point where I can peek my head out of the curtains in the morning, and I'm excited for whatever lies ahead, regardless if it's raining, snowing. Not really happy when it's snowing, but regardless of what it looks like outside, I'm ready to get up and attack the day because my health is what I prioritize now, and not looking like I should be on the cover of Men's Health magazine, which I never look like I should be on the cover of anyway. But that is the point of this channel. We are going to be going on such a long journey. We're going to be doing workouts. We're going to be doing full days of eating. We're going to be doing so many things that you can help out with and support. And those of you that are just tuning into this channel, please subscribe. Please like this video, comment to boost the algorithm if you enjoyed it. Hit that notification bell to get notified when we drop our daily live content. And then make sure you follow the Cory Sanning Show as well. Hit us up at sanningmedia.com. We have so much more in store for you. You can go support us on Patreon if you want some behind the scenes and early access, particularly for this channel. There is so much stuff on the horizon. I'm so excited to share it with you, and I'm so excited to help grow this. And I really, 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 really am looking forward to hearing the feedback from you all too. So drop me a comment. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you didn't. Let me know what you think of me in the comments below. And until next time, I am out. 3 and 2 and 1. But what I was saying is that and since I've been prioritizing my health, like I said, I prioritize vitamins, I prioritize drinking water, taking the right supplements, daily multivitamins, but IV infusions, getting this stuff directly into your body when you've been deprived of proper nutrition for so long, self-deprived. Don't make no mistake, I'm no victim. It really, really, really changes the way you think and the way you wake up in the morning and attack the day. Because those of you that have been there, that have just feel like you're going through the motions, that's been me for the past 3 years, and I'm finally getting to the point where I can peek my head out of the curtains in the morning, and I'm excited for whatever lies ahead, regardless if it's raining, snowing. Not really happy when it's snowing, but regardless of what it looks like outside, I'm ready to get up and attack the day because my health is what I prioritize now, and not looking like I should be on the cover of Men's Health magazine, which I never look like I should be on the cover of anyway. But that is the point of this channel. We are going to be going on such a long journey. We're going to be doing workouts. We're going to be doing full days of eating. We're going to be doing so many things that you can help out with and support. And those of you that are just tuning into this channel, please subscribe. Please like this video, comment to boost the algorithm if you enjoyed it. Hit that notification bell to get notified when we drop our daily live content. And then make sure you follow the Cory Sanning Show as well. Hit us up at sanningmedia.com. We have so much more in store for you. You can go support us on Patreon if you want some behind the scenes and early access, particularly for this channel. There is so much stuff on the horizon. I'm so excited to share it with you, and I'm so excited to help grow this. And I really, 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 really am looking forward to hearing the feedback from you all too. So drop me a comment. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you didn't. Let me know what you think of me in the comments below. And until next time, I am out.